We're not gonna trust these pigs anymore this winter. Let me just show you guys what I mean and how my morning started with these pigs. The electric fence is definitely not on. Now we... Hey. No, hey! Go pigs. No. No. Come on. No. Go back under. No. Good. So now, while we have the pigs somewhat contained, I put pallets up against that weak part of the fence that they were popping up to get out here in the backyard. Not only did they break out while I was out here doing the chores, but I think they broke out earlier because you can see, here's the pig spot, and they tore all of this up right here. They tore up some right here, some by our willow tree. So those pigs broke out very early this morning or late last night. It wasn't a thing that just happened. They were obviously breaking out. This electric fencing that we have from Premier One is just so thin and flimsy. There was far too many times they were able to test it whether we forgot to put it on. So they just never felt like they were gonna get shocked from this fence. Now I think they really just don't fear this electric fencing. And I think they can just root up onto it way too easy. So it's gonna be time to go to our farm store and we are putting new wiring in. What I want to do real quick is test it and see if there is any charge to it, because now I'm afraid that when we leave, where are these pigs gonna be? I'm trying to feed them enough right now so they don't feel hungry that they need to get out of there. I don't know why they did, but let me test this out. I guess it would help to turn the electric fencing on if you're gonna test if it's working. I don't see any kind of electricity going to the fence. They might just have a spot that's rooted up somewhere along the fence line or something that's not connected right. To be honest, I don't really care to fix that right now. I just want to go get some poly wire and I want to put a couple strands in and see if that's going to help. I just think they're going to end up breaking this fence where it's not going to work anymore, and we'd rather use this for a different purpose and use it for any different kind of animals we may have. We'd hate for these pigs to get lost, go into someone else's yard. Luckily, if it did break out early last night or not, they did go back in. Every time we go to get food ready, they just get so excited they want to break through that fencing. We need something that's gonna tell them they need to stay back a little bit until we're ready to give them the food. All right, we just got back from the farm store, and long story short, after getting to spend about $100 some on getting some new fence material for these pigs, I hope we have everything we need, and I hope that what we have now is gonna keep these guys in. I have lots of post. I have a thing of poly wire. I can't remember the brand of it right now, but during this part I will flash the brand so that if anyone's wondering what kind of poly wire we bought. And long story short, I think one of the main reasons they could be coming out, and especially that black pig, is our female pig. She isn't as big as our white pig, so I'm thinking that the white one might be bodying her for the food. And then I'm not gonna do much explaining right now because I wanna get in there and try to get this fencing done fast so that we don't have any more pigs breaking out. So let's give them their feed dish and then let's get to work and try to get this fence together quick. The white one kind of knows not to touch that fencing, but this black one is not afraid of it. So hopefully this will fix our problems.
Shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
But along this fence you can see I have the double stranded, and I'll go in there in a second and show you guys it. But I was able to get all the way around. I would have done more video, but I wanted to make sure this was done quick so the pigs weren't escaping. And I don't know if you could see in the beginning when I started doing this, Our pig spot right here is so muddy that I had a hard time even just walking around, and my boots kept just going down like it was quicksand. Was it the most fun experience? So now I want to turn on this generator, and then what I'm going to do is test the fence, see if we have a shock to it, and if we do, I may try to see if I can get the pigs over to it and see, is it going to shock them or not. And don't worry, there's no permanent damage to a pig being shocked. There's the reason they made these electric fences. It's just enough to make sure they back up from it and don't escape, but not enough to truly, truly hurt them, so. All right, this says there's a shock. And none of the pigs, the white one's kind of like looking at the wire, but hasn't really touched it yet. Let's see if it gives them a shock or not. It's not the most fun thing. It is for the safety of the pigs and for anything else. I mean, these pigs, we live right next to a very fast road here in the front yard, so if they were able to break out of this, they could get anywhere else probably, and they could get hit by a car. So let's see if we can give them a little afternoon wake-up call. All right, well that might have been the best of both parties. For anyone who didn't want to see the pig get shocked, you definitely probably just heard the pig squeal. And I think that was louder than any squeal we've ever had from the Premier 1 fencing. And trust me, if we could have done it with minimum amount of energy, I would have been totally down for it. The last thing I want to do is hear those pigs make that noise, but at the same time, hearing that noise makes me feel more comfortable that they're not gonna get out. They're not gonna go like get a chicken or go into our road and get hurt. As much as some people think that electric fencings aren't the solution for these kind of animals, it actually puts them in a lot safer position. It should be an extra like predator barrier for them, although I don't know who wants to mess with one of these guys. Are all the animals breaking out today? First the pigs. Sonny, come on. Let's get you back home. Look at all these chickens. They're confused. They said, why are you over here? And they're over there. Keep going, keep going. Hi, Caesar, you protecting her? There's your vacation. You're all done now, okay? I don't know what's going on, but it seems like all the animals just want to break out today. So sometimes I guess we just have these kind of days. Update so far on the electric fencing. I have some pig feed soaking, getting ready to feed these pigs. And the whole time that I've been doing that, they are staying a good distance away. This is not normally what they would be doing. Normally they would be looking right on that fence line. They would be testing it out. I'm thinking that Premier 1 fencing was just too little of a shock and they were able to short it out way too easy. I'm getting very excited about this poly wire. And I know a few of you guys commented on previous videos saying that we should probably go to this system. And sorry that we didn't listen to you sooner, and sorry we had to learn the hard way. As you can see, normally they would be like right here. But they are staying away. All right, piggies. There is just so much mud. And they are just tearing this up, which is good. We wanted them to tear a lot of this up. And we're gonna help kind of remove a lot of these trees. The goal was to have this guy and that guy over there. And we wanted to be able to start clearing this land. They've done a very good job, as you can see. But they're also going to make it where this is gonna be very hard to recover. So we need to get some nutrients back into this. So we have some straw, and we're gonna put a whole bunch of straw right here. So one, we don't keep falling into the quicksand or the mud, and two, it'll help this ground recover a little bit quicker. If this fencing stays and it's working really well for these pigs, I'm thinking that we are gonna start moving them as soon as next week if I can, because I would love for that to be a thing and give these pigs to some new ground, because they've obviously hit all the spots that they want to here, and it'd be nice to get them to some fresh spots. Although we don't have a lot of alive green around, we do have a lot of brush still over here that they could get to, so my goal is to hopefully get them in there. I'm sorry, I don't want to shock you, I don't. But you gotta stay safe, we gotta keep you in here, okay? Are you ready for a belly rub? Okay. Buddy, I gotta get you going, okay? And now we can walk around, so at least we can access back here without getting stuck or falling into the mud or having a boot come off. Plus, the pigs will like the straw. They'll probably eat at it a little bit, so hopefully they don't eat it all so that we have a spot where we can still walk. The pigs definitely like playing in the straw, so they'll have plenty of fun and have something to do here and not be so bored. Just like with many other things that we show you guys here, I want to make sure it's not just the one and done kind of thing where it works one day and not the next. So we'll come back out here tomorrow, see how these pigs are doing with that fencing in. I think if it holds them in tonight and holds them in for their morning feed tomorrow, I'll take apart the Premier 1 fencing so that we don't have like 4 things of fencing there protecting those pigs. So far, so good. For once, the video wasn't about you guys at all. Except for you, Sonny, huh? You found a way to come out. It's the next morning and I am back out to come see these pigs. I see the pigs are in the area they're supposed to be in. Hopefully no one made any little escapes during it. Alright, piggies. How we doing? They're already doing much better. They're really not getting too close to that wire. So, I think this is gonna be a thumbs up. And I think we might have fixed our pig problem finally. Please. All right, we're trying the 2 separate bowls for their feeding for right now, just so that if that white pig is eating more than the black pig, we don't want there to be reason for these pigs to want to break out anymore. Well, it's good that the pig problem's done. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, you guys, how we get the clear wrapping all put in for this hoop coop, but we'll release the chickens. But you guys have a great day and a better tomorrow. We'll see you in the next one.